feels huge. And then I parked it next to the 7 Series, and the 7 Series is longer. It's just a perspective of what you're used to. But it did feel big, it felt very high. Enjoy it, Jeff, before you get old.
It's very nice, it like goes on forever. I'm like, my missus, first time I had it, she went, I never like this car, it's too big. I'm like, it's too big. I used to drive it too bad, so then I took my mum down to Western, and you know the diagonal parking spaces on the front? I reversed that and it was going to touch the wall. So I stuck that in, so I had to move it to space. Leaving my mum like, it's got too big, Gary. I'm like, I love it, but it's quite a long car.
Well, that Lexus has got more space behind the driver's seat than the driver's series. So the next
Morning, Jack.
Series,
How are you, mate?
by default, it's the long wheelbase.
I'm in your patch. It was a very nice drive over this morning. It only took about 52 minutes. Very nice. I'm just having breakfast here in the AV8. Before we have a look round.
This is a trap. This is a trap. It's admitting to be a rock.
I've just gone for the breakfast bap this morning. Breakfast bap with some cappuccinos.
In Germany, you can get a diesel.
I might have something more substantial later on. They serve lunch till about 3:30. That's good.
I only seen the back, and the back's really boxy as well, isn't it?
I think the inside looks cheap as well.
Obviously, I walked past the 747 on the way here, but obviously it's shut today, as you know. But we're coming here on Wednesday, aren't we? Me, you, and Wilf. That'll be good. I wish. Not at $3,000. It used to be $3,000. It's probably a bit more now. Is it $3,500 or something?
Yeah. No, it's not the manufacturer's fault. I mean,
I'll stick to flying it in the sim. It cost me nothing.
That's true though, isn't it?
it is. They've literally sent the combined European leaders and great thinkers of our time, aka self-serving charlatans and scum, have sent the entire European car industry up its cul-de-sac of death. I mean, Porsche is about to really tell me what you think. Porsche are in major trouble. Yeah, well, I don't care about. I care about BMW and Porsche. They stopped the last production of ICE, Boxsters and Caymans this week. Well, he was going to buy a new one. I was going to buy one of the last GTS.
I almost didn't want to get up this morning. We didn't finish to work, obviously, till 10.
Surely that's better.
First year road tax?
Locals, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get back home till about 12:15 this morning. So, alarm went off at 7 or whatever it was. I thought, oh. But then I thought about what's up here and chance to look at the Britannia and have a little wander around it. That'd be great.
Year 2 onwards, when they do the above 40 grand things, like 400 quid, that's another 190 or 200. But the 5 grand is just the first year, and that's purely based on emissions. No, I'm pretty sure it is.
My cars are 5 years old this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of a line tomorrow.
A year tax.
Yeah, just
It's now 175.
which again, which is what this will drop down to.
Yeah, but I wouldn't afford £5 grand a year.
No, it's not just the first
That's
year.
just the initial one.
In France, when you go to France,
You get yourself a car for that.
you know you go to France, you don't see many decent cars. Just because the first year road tax on an M5 was 18,500 quid. The hybrid version is £3 grand. So suddenly, what, even a Tesla? I know you've got to pay your luxury car. No, that's got the £5 grand. And then after that, but it's all.
I think it starts at 11. They open the doors at 11 apparently, and then they're there all day. The whole thing's run by volunteers, as you know. So hopefully there'll be a ex-pilot there or a ex-flight engineer or something we can chat to.
I saw them on one of their drives a couple of weekends ago. Because they seem to think they can just fly through the in front of the two. Oh, you can still pay £3 grand for like a mid-sized 5 Series. I just had to swim out. One after. There's an additional 425. And then they drive at 30. That's year 2 on.
No, I haven't. I haven't had a chance to look at that one yet.
But that's why you buy a E7 series, and then you get your
That lighting is appalling.
R7 series for a company, you're having an EV or a hybrid. That's why they couldn't sell you because they all came in and you knew.
No, I've not watched it back.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're all right. I think that was when I had my Kemble. My Kemble car park. Yes, to do it. You had the Audi and the bike. You come up with the bike.
So they've got like a monitor up there with all the aircraft movements, scheduled movements in and out. So we'll have a look at that later. And obviously we're going to have a little look round, some artifacts on the wall, some photos, props, bits and bobs. Obviously lots of Red Arrow stuff. It was their base for many years.
I was definitely. That was with Pete. That's the first 2016 Pete story, which the last night was when myself and Andy told Pete about Spain. We got Luca to go and get his laptop, and we've got the stuff in the Europa with the GTR and you and the Porsche going full on. Spastica at like 7 o'clock on Sunday morning.
Come back.
Oh, we'll talk when we get back. Good night, Matt. An A45. Franco told me.
Nice shirt. Bog standard Marks and Spencers.
It's Italian.
I think.
I mean,
I think it's Mark M&S.
It's like a daily drive.
I never go shopping anyway. It just arrives at the post. And just get a job lot now and again. 10 shirts, Marks and Spencer, mixed ones, extra large, go. The locals, yeah.
Well, according to my barber, Luca now is he's bought a place in near Filton.
Okay.
A nice townhouse, new build.
Cheswick Village.
With the same girl for the last 2 years. Seems happy now.
Okay. He's still in what do you know?
He's now back out there, yeah. But not working 6-7 days a week he used to work.
So I've got my E&G mixer bag I'm using for this. Taking the mixer out because I don't need it. But I use this spare power supply. Extra cabling if I need it. Got headphones. Got spare power. I got the transmitter. I've got a receiver. So, lightweight. I don't want to carry a load of gear around. I'm fed up of doing all that. I've had enough of doing that. Over the years. Lightweight streaming. That's what we want. Oops, aircraft going. Oh, it's the Spitfire. That's the old Spitfire going up.
That's the first time I've actually seen the Mustang fly. Well, I don't think it's a Spitfire.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a Mustang, wasn't it? I didn't even realise it was. Do you know what? It might have been, because it didn't look big under. Yeah.
Because the twin has got a much bigger cockpit.
Yeah. No, that was a twin. I thought that never flew over it, so I thought. Looking back now, you might be right. Well, you probably is.
Off to the rain. Yeah. The bikers are here. All right, ELLX, Luxembourg, is it? Can I access the zoom? Oh, I can go 3 times, 1 time, or wide. MFS 24 is so broke after Sim Update 3. Really, I think I've used it once to fly an update for the when the Aerostar was updated. And then I haven't flown it, used it since, so I haven't really given it a full test. The main thread on the CPU. Alright. I thought they might have fixed all that with the updates. I thought the memory's no leaks anymore and it's better optimized. Obviously not. If you fly more than an hour, performance degrades to a slideshow. Really? Oh wow. Let's get the Aerostar out and have a little go at that then. Do a long flight, stick it on autopilot up high and let it just fly for a couple of hours. And check that out. So I've still got 2020 installed. That's for our event we're doing, the little mail route tour, and we're starting out on October the 1st. It'll be Stearmans across America, following the mail routes, the beacons. I reckon it'll take about 10 weeks, and we're going to do it every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And that's in addition to our Friday and Sunday flights. So, extra. Morning Empire. Both, mate, both. Breakfast and coffee. I haven't gone for the full malarkey because I had some toast when I got up this morning, so I didn't fancy the whole eggs, bacon, fried bread, all that stuff. So we had a breakfast bap, bacon breakfast bap, and coffee here. So I'm going to be here all day. I'm here to look at the Bristol Britannia. It's open day, so we can have a little look round it and a chat to the volunteers. So that's what I'm here for, really, and then whatever else I find. And then Jack and I are back here on next Wednesday. We're going to go around the 747 that's parked up here. So we'll look forward to that as well. And we'll just check out the various movements. There's half a dozen things on the board going in and out. The two-seater Spitfire is here. Out taking folks for a little ride. If you've got $3,500 to spare, you can have 20 minutes in the air with it. I'll just finish this coffee and then we'll get going. We'll have a little look round. I'm not sure what the signal's going to be like. The rest of the place. It's not brilliant here, but it seems okay. 2,500 kbps. So I'm not sure what it looks like at the other end. But it's not so bad. I'll probably have to break at some point and recharge the battery, because this thing on transmit doesn't half use a lot of juice. It's down to 80% already. Yeah. Well, it was busy earlier when I came in. I could actually not get a table. You know, people were in here for 9 o'clock when it opened, and they were queuing outside. You know, it's gone off a little bit now, but as you say, there's queues now. Right. There you go.
Thank you.
Right. I'm just going to put a longer cable on this receiver a minute. So I'm just going to go for a second. Right. Is that done? 1, 2, 3? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, that's better. Right.
You see this picture over here? That's over here. Show you this picture over here. Come this way back. Look, then you won't be in the way. You've got your hands stuck. I'll show you. Get up.
Good morning.
Hi.
Sky Flash. More 747s for braking. Private holiday jets, yeah. Put the tripod down. Special convoy there. I don't know what's going on here. I wonder if they go into that private jet. That's as close as I can get, I'm afraid, with the camera, with the iPhone. It's not a proper camera, obviously, it's just a phone, so. I should get a camera like Jerry, you know. But then you need a tripod and you need all the faff and all the malarkey. So, yeah. Yeah, look. It's a private jet. That's where they're going. Get on board and get off.
There's 3 vehicles called like to the left of them. All to do with that starboard ring and then
There we are. The classic Cessna 172 Skyhawk. And there we are, the famous gnat. Or was it the hawk? No, the gnat. That's what the red arrows used to use before the hawk. Is the wind bad on the mic? I'll try and shield it as much as best as I can. I didn't bring any fluffies today. I've just got the studio one on, which is not very good. Let me know if it's too bad. I'll try and cover it. It's okay, is it? Thanks, Jack. Yeah, so for those that don't know, this is RAF Kemble as was, and it was home for many years for the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows. And this is what they used to fly before the Hawks. Tiny little thing, isn't it? They're loading in to that private jet down there, so not sure when it'll be departing, but their passengers are getting on now. So there's stuff over there, some more rentals here, more rentals there. Bits and bobs over there, and obviously that tail there. Whoops. There we are. Sorry, I lost the balance. That is the 747 that we're going to go on Wednesday. Ah, private jet Palmer 11. Okay. What's the time now? .45. Okay, 15 minutes. We might hang around for that. See if we can get the departure. Oh, there's a little popper. You can't see much movement. There he is. Coming in. Hello, Dan. Good morning to you. Welcome to Kemble. Welcome to Kemble. We're having a little away day. Yeah, 11:10. Yeah, they're still messing about down there. Well, it's just a jet taking off. We're not fussed about that, are we? Can't see much anyway. So we'll continue and having a little look round. Oh. Breezy day today. Let's get out of this wind. This is a Sapphire turbojet. Powered earlier versions of the Hunter and the Victor and the Javelin. Ooh. Bit rusty on those clamps. Fire it up. There's the 7.4. Here we are. This is the famous Hunter. Hunter F4, 1955. what that is. A-to-A walk around. Look at that. Big chunk of stopping flap, isn't it? There you go. The Hunter. Oh. Some more aircraft movements. We missed these on the way up. De Havilland Goblin. Rolls-Royce Neem jet. That must be one of the very, very first jet engines. (1944), yeah. That's Frank Whittle's jet, that is, isn't it? That must have been his first thing. Oh, looks like there's some jet activity going on down there. See if we can catch that one. Mental how engines are made. Yeah, absolutely. Come up with the idea to put all that together and make it work. Old Frank the Genius Whittle. Right, that jet is taxiing down there, and the other private one is still loading. Yeah, that private jet is just turned round, bottom of the runway. He'll be on the roll very shortly. Suck, squeeze, blow, bang. Trust you, Dan. Oh, there we are. Jet spooling up. Off he goes. Is that the one off to Palmer? Bye bye. And then he's just a little dot. Yeah, that other private one is down there. I'm not sure where he's going. Oh, looks like some action here. Oh, oh. Are they going anywhere, or are they just maintenance or moving it? Yeah, so I don't know where that one's going down there, because that flew in about half an hour ago, and then 4 convoys of cars arrived and they got in. So I'm sure they'll be disappearing soon. He's got to do his walk around first. Yeah. I fly this, mate. Can I have a go? How hard can it be? Is that going anywhere, Jack? GJMKE. Is he filed anywhere, or is it just a local thing? He doesn't have to file. Well, he's closed the door and looks like they're getting ready to do something, but he hasn't done a walk around. Unless he's done it earlier and we missed it. Not showing anywhere, yeah. Maybe it's just a local thing, doesn't have to file VFR. A2A would not approve, no. I can't believe he hasn't done a walk around. He must have done it earlier, maybe, then they went for the cup of tea. Oh, something else coming in. A little Cherokee, yay! Oh, he's got his headphones on, he's asking for clearance or something. Oh, flight controls. Yeah, your elevators work, mate. Fuel pump's coming on, I can hear it. So yeah, that was obviously too loud for the compressor in the transmitter. That was probably why it was it distorting, overdoing it? Couldn't really tell from here. Yeah, thought it was. Not surprised. It's bloody loud. When the sensitivity of this mic is just set for normal speech. If you overdo it, then it craps out. If I had my full mixing kit, I could adjust all that. And get it sorted, but he's off for a little circuit somewhere, and then there's this little modern little, looks like a diamond or something behind it. Anyway, right, there we are. Well, let's go and see what we came for. If we can find it, I'm not sure where we're going to go, but let's put this back to 1:1. There we go. We won't spend too much time on this today because we're coming here on Wednesday to have a look round on board. The Canberra. $1959. Airbus A319. Anyone want any bits for an A319? Here they are. Right, let's go and see if we can find the Britannia. Look, the Porsche boys going, look. Do you know what? I think I'm going to take my coat off and get my light leather jacket. Because I'm getting quite warm in this. A long way from home. What, the Porsche Club? Yeah. Well, there's another group of car stuff over there. Bikers, there's Porsches. There's one there. Bear with me a second, I'm just going to sort this out a minute. Hopefully I can just leave the car here and walk round. Right, 50% power, so I've probably got another hour maybe, and then I'm going to have to brake to charge it up. problem is, because it's only got one like lightning port, I can either plug the microphone in or I can plug the charger in, the pack. So that's the issue. So we do without the audio. And we have the power for the transmission, or we have a break and come back. We'll see. If it's near lunchtime, I might just have a break and charge it up properly and then come back. Is it down here? Yes, I can see it. There she is. There she is. How's the signal out here? Are we still okay? Looks like it's all right from this end, but you never know. When you're out in the sticks like this, in the middle of Gloucestershire countryside, far away from any sort of city 5G towers, you never know what the strength is going to be. A bit jerky jacko. Is it jerky because I'm walking? That's why, or is it freezing? There's a pillbox. When you stop, it's fine. It's walking, yeah, that's because of... Oh, that's good. Or at least it's not the signal then. There we are, look. Pillbox. Protecting the airfield back in the day. Yeah. RAF aircraftsmen, MPs in there. And still working in there for 8 hours a day.
What's this race? What's this thing here? Oh, it's a car. It's a model cars. Look at this. Radio cars, radio control cars, racing cars. Never mind your Formula One, look at this. We'll go and have a look later. And there we are, Reglas. Bristol, Britannia. Ooh, we've got some of what I've got up there. Phantom Aviation Group. World's only complete RAF Britannia. Well, we'll have a look on the outside first. Look at that. Clear prop. It certainly would. It'd take everything off, wouldn't it? The size of it. I wish A2A would make this. Or PMDG or somebody. Lewis, yeah. Bristol Sidley power plant. Right, well, let's go on board and have a look, see what we see.
You're a picture of the chief engineer.
Oh, yeah? You're the chief engineer.
Hold on then, let this go come out the way and we'll,
I worked on it
we'll get a shot of you.
16 years,
We'll get a shot
and then I worked on it in the Air Force, and 20 years I worked on it here.
20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 36 years. Man and boy.
Yeah?
I'm 90 years old now though.
90? Is that? Oh no. I 70.
Yeah.
No, 90. Unfortunately. Tempest fugit.
Right, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes. We've not been here for a while, so...
Have you been over there yet?
No, we've had breakfast.
I don't know why they did this.
Like the cafe.
Also, I never saw that final flight.
I think you had a rally start, mate. Yeah, it's up like 7:30.
DIC.
I was just about getting up there. So then a few
Look at that later.
This is usually a stop. So if we're doing a run and you're open, I usually have breakfast at 8. Then we'll do the tour. And then it's called classic ocean. And an easy way to do a drive out. We've not done it for a while. And one of the members is getting on a bit now. He's coming out of the ground crew.
Sorry. Okay, I'm back with you.
Yeah, I bet it does, yeah. If it's supposed how many people they do come on, too, you know. I've got some kind of connection with them. Yeah, very, very and quite innovative, because when you're moving the controls, they don't... What airplane do you like?
The ailerons and elevators, they move little tabs on the frame.
Yeah, that's a favourite one. Yeah. Are you going to show Mummy that one?
But it enthusiastic.
Yeah. Well, she's spending a lot of time in aircraft museums.
Yeah.
She's used to it.
Yeah, lovely.
We got up in her Cessna.
Oh, yeah, for a little flight.
Is it the last one?
It's the last one.
It's going to cost you dearly when she's on. There's one. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, outdoor exhibition. Right. You can't go and hold it, it's just there.
Yeah.
But it's actually painted
Is it Hannis?
BOEC. Right. It wasn't.
Yeah, the Wings and Wheels event.
Oh, the pastry. Because BOEC bought
And the office flights.
and
then it's about session. Yeah, 172.
the government said use an asset.
Yes, vibrator.
And it's like this, it's built in Normal.
On the way back.
Most of the military ones were built in
Yeah,
Normal.
we did a Zoom with the theme park and other stuff as well. But I had plenty of air.
And I mean, they would have sold a lot more. Howard Hughes, awarded 200.
Do you like tanks?
He wanted them in a year.
You'll have to go to Duxford, they got lots
It
of
would have taken
tanks.
10 years.
Yeah.
They couldn't have
closed their tank, so he didn't buy it.
I heard rumours of them closing, whether they've already closed it or not.
Which is wild.
I suppose a lot of stuff will go to Bovington, but I don't know how much room they've got.
Oh, does it? I am actually probably
Really, 2 days?
Well, my mum's moving down now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, and I'm going to walk to
Yeah. Oh, I love the place.
I met some people there the other day.
Oh, right.
Yes. They're going to walk they're going to
Yes. VC10's interesting. An Arab shape about it. It's all really good.
Oh, is it? It's the one that came from Oman.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I used to say my search in Oman. That was
I don't know who's taking on.
Yes.
Because I haven't
The
got
royal
them.
part, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was a special one.
Yeah, all these mails are coming through to people I personally know. I've even my artist friend who lives over in Cheltenham. He could find this today.
I'm sure they're they phone you then.
Yeah, it's a worry. I did get one only about 10 days ago from you. Originally from Google. They wanted to change
Here we are. Galley. Storeroom. Mm-hmm.
Was selling as much as she hated this. She said, I hope you got some, and I'm going, she's quite good, you won't let anybody out.
The only remaining airworthy Britannia today, this aircraft made history as it landed at RAF Kemble.
Just doing it, whether it's coming for a flight past or straight down, I should imagine a flight past. What a glorious sight. Once you get out, no landing gear down, so it's doing a low flight path. Fucker me. It's doing a very low flight path. That is absolutely gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. If I get carried away filming, could there's any cars come, could you stop them? All four engines are firing.
We're all over the place. Yeah.
Sounds really good. Still haven't got.
Talk about a low pass. Very good.
Yeah. And this was a do you want me to write it down? I don't think they ever got past Chris Taylor. Because that's pretty much vertical. So they used to be a vertical.
Looks like, yeah, it looks like got the little hooks to go over the lid. They look really secure.
Yeah, well, it's like me. I was years ago. This is one of these there's a whole other stuff. Kemble wants to use that. So I went round. Do you know the ladies with all metal boxes that the engineers? Not the one that was yeah. We've seen that one. One of those which I've still got in this one post. Climbing ropes, chains, all kinds of stuff. We've just left it. It's hilarious because that's later.
I'll make it easy. When I get back, I'll send
Could you
an
return
email to you or to Jim.
None of that.
Yeah.
There's a surprise. None of it. But I had all
Yeah.
we haven't had all the bells. Because we have the chains and stuff like that.
Right.
Were invaluable. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, those so they're all adjusted. They're just clip. Fantastic. They've got a long way to get. Hello, young lady. Hi, welcome.
With your name, Duncan.
Yeah, there is.
It's on the
That's lovely. Thank you very much.
and it says, you know, if you've got any interesting things,
thank you.
Okay.
I'm on board.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Yeah. How are you?
Well, right. We're live on Twitch, by the way. Hope you don't mind being filmed.
No.
Cool.
I'm fine. Yeah.
So it was built as a military transport.
Yes, it was built for the Air Force.
Okay.
Built. 23 of them were built specifically for the Royal Air Force.
Right.
And a mixture of some in Bristol, but most in Northern Ireland.
Okay.
The commercial ones. Sorry. I'll see you.
Lance said he was coming, but I haven't seen him. But he's in a bit of trouble at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. Yeah.
The systems are
We'll
all
see.
still there.
Yeah. The commercial ones were slightly different configuration.
Okay.
But this one, it has a door inside a door. If you see this.
Yeah.
So it could take band rows and things.
Ah. It's a side rather than a front on.
Yeah, very much so. And this is what you see here is how it often flew with passengers at the back.
Right.
And then cargo.
And all this was,
again, this is a reinforced floor which was put in.
Yeah.
So it could take the heavier loads. The trouble with that is though the floor weighs quite a lot, so the aircraft. So you always have a.
You're loading.
Yeah.
You couldn't get that much in.
Yeah. This is quite a reason. I mean, Mike, who flew these things for 5 years. He often saw it in this configuration.
Right, yeah.
And I think when I flew on them as a passenger, they often had cargo at the front.
Okay.
And that was the beauty of it, because it was multi-rod.
Right. You flew in the military version?
I was based, when I was flying on these, not pilot. I was based in Cyprus on Vulcans, and a couple of times I got hitched a ride on one of these to go back to England.
Okay. Right, so the military had it,
But Mike spent
a few
5 years
for troops like that, and then this for cargo. But obviously the commercial one would just have the straight, normal
And
seating.
often, because we in those days had the Empire as such, we had Hong Kong, Singapore and places, there would be 115 passengers going out to Hong Kong or Singapore or wherever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was just 1950s, just before the jet?
Yeah.
On that crossover?
It came out, I think it first flew in 53. It took a long time
to overcome a number of problems they had, one of which was engine icing. Because it's a turboprop, it doesn't fly as high as the jets, and it's often in heavy weather. And if on the African routes, you get the thunderstorms, you get inside one, and they did have a problem. They overcame the problem, but by which time, really, the 707 had come. The Comet had come out, but obviously failed as well.
Yes.
But this was rapidly overtaken by the jets.
Yeah.
So we used it. It was good for the Air Force, but when they were sold off, a lot of companies who were doing 1,000 miles, like from here to Benidorm, so they went to the companies doing your holiday makers, because a turboprop over 1,000 miles in time is not much slower than a jet. Over 5,000 miles, it's a lot of time. But over 1,000, and they're very fuel efficient.
Right.
And they didn't need always to climb to 30-odd thousand feet.
Sure.
I mean, this could get up to 30,
Yeah.
but it spent most of its life much lower down.
Much lower down.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it was in the weather and it was a little bit slow. But I mean, for a turboprop, it was reasonably quick.
Yeah.
But compared to a jet.
No, absolutely no.
But very fuel efficient.
Yeah. So he's used. Yeah.
It was also a very complex aeroplane because it's the forerunner for fly-by-wire. It's not fly-by-wire, but it's really the technology just before it.
Okay.
It's like the throttles are not connected directly to the engine. The throttles send a signal to an actuator on the engine.
Right, so the work they did on this led to...
Yeah, it's the same system on Concorde, apparently.
Right, yeah.
And again, with the flying controls, it's quite a unique system. You actually move a very small control on the outboard edges, and then the main control follows.
Right, so that's easy for the pilot then, like power steering,
but it
sort
took
of...
a lot of getting it into service because it was too sensitive, and your pilot could easily over control. But they sorted it.
Yeah, in
But
time.
apparently it was a delight to fly. I mean, Mike's the one to talk to. He's got a couple of thousand hours on these.
Right.
And he was a first officer, co-pilot and captain.
We'll go and have a look in a minute,
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good. No,
So this is the only one left, or...?
No, there's one at Duxford, I believe.
Yeah.
Not sure. I think it's a commercial one. There's one at Cosford, RAF Cosford.
Yeah.
But that is a commercial one, but it's only an outdoor exhibit.
Right.
You can't go on board.
Okay.
And it looks actually very sad. And I believe there's a remnants or something at Liverpool.
Okay.
Because the guy that I think financed this coming back from Africa also had one up at Liverpool, but he, as I understand it, doesn't have any more to do. And there's a flight deck at Bristol.
But that's the one that crashed in the 7, isn't it? Or
It could well be.
Yeah, they took the front
RAF only
bit.
actually managed to crash one. It's pictures of it here.
Yeah.
It ran off the end of the runway in Aden. It
Okay.
wasn't particularly badly damaged, but because of the situation, the war in Aden, they blew it up. They destroyed it.
Right.
They couldn't recover it.
Yeah, too difficult. You need,
But that was the only one that the RAF lost.
Right.
But yeah, as you know, when it crashed in the 7, it had prospective buyers from KLM.
KLM, yes. Yeah, and
So
obviously
they
that
didn't buy it.
scuppered that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the front in Bristol,
Yeah,
yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
This is the only one that I'm aware of, actually, as original as it can be.
Right.
I mean, our own engineers who work on Tuesdays and Thursdays have spent a lot of time making the flight deck back to how it looked when it was an RAF service.
Okay.
Because obviously after it left the Air Force, different companies put
different things in for commercial things. Is it capable of? I know it's not flyable, but is it capable of running? No. Engines were.
No, these
you
engines,
can't.
they were, after it arrived here, I believe for a couple of years, they turned the engines.
Yeah.
But now, no, they haven't been turned for many years.
Okay.
And I think even if you found an engineer who make it, you wouldn't get insurance or anything like that.
No, if the taxi runs or anything like that.
No, at all. No. I mean, now I think you'll find that the braking system won't work or anything.
Yeah. So it's it's looked after now by volunteers.
Just volunteers.
Just
Everybody's a
volunteers.
volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mixture of ex-RAF. A lot of quite a number of the guys are just aviation enthusiasts.
Yeah.
The majority have got some connection to the RAF, but not all.
Right. Yeah.
There's
I don't even have to see the website. I just say
3 of us were pilots. We've got a couple who were navigators, and then engineers. I mean, the gentleman there with the sweater on, he was a flight engineer on Hercules. So if you want to know how all the engines work, it's very similar to this. Not the same engines, but the principle of constant speed props. Or is it constant speed?
No, actually, they are quite different. The Herc operated constant speed. Once the engines were up, they're all running 100%, and it's all purely down to the pitch of the prop.
The governor,
with this chap, different solutions to the same problem. More complex in that 2 shafts. So you have the standard compressor turbine just generating the power and sucking the air in, but then there's a second turbine at the back on its own shaft, feeds the prop directly, so the propeller is actually running free from the engine itself.
Right, so that's like the gearbox, the connection.
Absolutely.
Right.
So you've had this situation, you've got this slightly more complex solution to the same problem. The same era, the Herc and the Britannia were all both developed in the 50s.
Late 50s.
But yeah, it's just a slightly different way of propelling it. It's slightly more complex.
So this isn't a constant speed prop?
It's not constant speed.
No.
I mean, Mike was
Mike
was an operator, but it was a variable
speed and pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is different, And the engine, of course, wasn't a constant speed engine, wasn't it? Like the Herc.
Yeah, like a Herc,
It went up and down.
But they both, I think the engines both produce about 4,000 horsepower. So similar size, similar power.
Yeah.
And the Herc, I think, max takeoff weight for a Herc when I was in was £155,000. And I think these were a similar kind of weight. I haven't got all the numbers yet. I'm still learning.
Yeah,
but about 160, 170,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Max takeoff weight.
Yeah, colleague here said the floor's been reinforced for military
use,
jeeps because that's obviously added weight and reduced the overall
Well, that was
gross weight, isn't
classic
it?
with the Belfast. The Belfast was built to carry the Chieftain Centurion tank. And when they first tried it, it was too heavy for the floor. So they reinforced the floor, then the aircraft was too
heavy for the tank.
I know certainly we've had a spoke to a Britannia Loadmaster a month ago, and they used to be able to fit rollers onto these as well, so they could roll the pallets in.
Yeah, it was a roller floor.
So now you all take it in turns to do little bits to keep the thing going.
Basically, we're split into 2 groups. There's a group we call the engineers, albeit they're not all engineers. So quite a few of them are just aviation enthusiasts. They come on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they do the maintenance, the improvements, because they're still undergoing putting the cockpit back to original. All the painting, it's like the Forth Bridge.
Yeah.
They never stop. The tyres have to be rotated, so the whole aircraft has to be lifted, and things like that.
Yeah.
Most of them don't really want to do hosting, which is what we do, and we come on Saturdays just to welcome the public.
Right.
And most of us have sort of learned more about the flight deck. The engineers can tell you why the wheel goes that way, but they won't necessarily know how it flies. Whereas Mike and the others can tell you, sort of questions like, why do you have flaps? A lot of the engineers can tell you how they work, but they're not sure exactly why you have them.
And when do you use them?
They know if they don't work, it's a problem.
They can fix it, put the wiring in, and make sure they go up and down. But
and again, on this aircraft, the flaps and that were all electric actuators.
Okay.
So the hydraulics on this is quite simple. It's just brakes and nozzle steering or something like that.
Probably.
Very little hydraulic.
So it's electrics.
Brakes and undercarriage. And undercarriage, that's hydraulic. Whereas other aircraft, all the flying controls and everything.
Everything was on it, So you needed multiple systems.
Sorry, I didn't know you were recording there, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, no, it's all right. We're we're live anyway. So
Oh, right,
you can
okay.
Come in. Say hello to the Twitch.
Hello.
Twitch world. Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? What have we got on the chat?
One of the reasons why it actually looks quite big, it looks big cabin, isn't it?
Mm.
But what haven't you got that you've got on EasyJet?
Your seats.
Overheads.
Overheads.
Yeah.
If you imagine it with big overheads, it would be.
Yeah, you'd be a bit more confined, wouldn't it? Yeah, because
Still a fair size.
you'd fill in this.
Were they always rear facing, those seats?
The RAF basically had all their passenger aircraft, up to and including the VC-10, face backwards.
Interesting.
The commercial airlines all said passengers wouldn't do it. They wouldn't like it, so they never went that way. It's much, much safer. It's proven much, much safer to have them that way. Because if you crash on landing, whatever, all your body is against the seat as opposed to a silly belt. But also enables the seat to be made much lighter, because you haven't got to reinforce it as much. The downside, you couldn't do it today, because most modern aircraft fly slightly nose up.
Yes.
And the trays.
Would be. Yeah, you'd be.
But the RAF did it. After the VC-10, all the PAX aircraft were bought second-hand from airlines. Like the TriStar, the Voyager we've got today.
So it wasn't worth the effort changing them round, basically.
But
I'll ask the pilot in a minute, Jack, when we go into the cockpit. That.
But if you think about travelling backwards, you go on a British Rail, half the passengers are facing backwards.
Yeah, you don't notice it.
And if you could travel on a lot of business class on the airlines, half the passengers are facing backwards. No one cares.
Yeah.
No one worries.
No, I've been fortunate enough to do that, and you don't think about it after takeoff.
No, you don't.
So it's a 3x3, was it? Normally.
Yeah. And if you look, there's a lot of leg room, because that's pretty much the pitch we had.
Yeah. Because there were troops.
No,
troop carrier
war families
with all the gear.
No, well, the gear normally would have been stowed up front. You sit there with your Bergen and your rifle. Yeah, when you check in or whatever.
Yeah.
The rifle.
They've been stuck on a pallet and a net over.
Right, so then you just go down there.
Weapons and your heavy Bergens would all be at the front.
Right, so you just.
But often this was 150 seat, which would be families going to Hong Kong.
Right.
Or troops not with weapons, who are just rotating.
Rotating
I've been posted at Hong Kong.
in and out of, say, a service back to base. And
that's all he would have had, would be your suitcase.
Yeah.
And of course there's a hold underneath where all that went. It's not a very big hold though on this, it's not huge.
Yeah.
But that's where the luggage went. But with the soldiers, when you move a regiment, you don't all go with your gun over your shoulder, your bullets.
Yeah. So it ran with a engineer, did it? A third?
Yeah.
The flight engineer?
Five at the front. Five. Captain Co. Then once you get into the flight deck, you see that the engineer is sat in the middle facing forwards. To the right's the navigator.
Right.
And to the left, and I think this was up to about the late 60s, you'd have had a signaller, radio operator.
Right.
They got rid of that position because technology of radios
Yeah.
improved very quickly.
Yeah.
So this guy used to get on with valves and diodes and God knows what.
Yeah.
They put in HF radio, which is long range communication.
Into the built it in,
Built it in.
and then they used to do it. Yeah.
But the flight engineer on this was a critical. This one of the only airplanes I've ever heard of. The flight engineer worked the throttles. The pilots didn't touch the throttles, which I personally would find extremely bizarre.
Yeah.
And on the commercial ones, he actually had a separate panel like the RAF VC-10.
Yes,
So
I've seen the ones on the side.
Yeah,
and they do all the fuel
They
pumping
didn't
and
put
the
that on
movement.
the military ones.
Right.
So he sat in that seat, you can see.
Yeah.
And sort of leant forward like this, and when you get up there, that sort of centre column right the way down to where his feet
was his.
Yeah.
So under instruction from the pilot.
Yeah,
right,
the pilot
let's
was
go.
reading the telegraph, you know.
Let's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full power, please.
Yeah, no,
Nudge it up.
Exactly.
Voice activated throttle.
Yeah. Voice activated throttle. Very expensive.
Exactly that. I would have found it really quite bizarre, but because I never learned anything other than me having the throttle.
Yeah.
But on the Hercules, the engineer the pilot controlled it for the takeoff and the landing. But once the plane was established in the climb, then the engineer took over the throttles.
So it was a mixture.
Yeah.
But you didn't have them for takeoff.
No.
So it wasn't Oh, we had an engine failure. Engineer turned. The pilot did it straight away. Which you could argue is not a good thing, because you look at certain accidents over the years, the pilot pulled the wrong one.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas
You
the
need
guy
to.
looking at the instruments would probably have a better idea of what's happened.
Well,
Yeah.
it was all the engineer's job to tell the pilot which engine to shut down.
Yeah.
And you'll find most planes sort of, if somebody's about to shut an engine down, the first thing that the drill says is somebody else check it before he does it.
Or three of you, you know.
But sadly, on a number of it, that never happened.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time I finished, it used to be hand on number one, confirm my hand is on. Because even though it took slightly longer, it was a lot safer than, put it
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I mean, it's not so bad if you got 4, but if you got 2 and you do that, that's
Well,
real trouble.
That's happened. I mean, the British Midland, I wouldn't blame the pilots, and the one that had crashed at Kigsworth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They actually did throttle back the wrong engine.
The wrong engine. That's
but
the one.
They were getting quite confused information from the.
From the yeah. Well, we learn from everything they said. Every accident, you learn a bit more, don't
See
you?
what they come up with this Air India one.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of theories.
Oh yeah.
Round, yeah.
Yeah. We'll wait and see on that. But very odd.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that the guy flicked both fuel pumps off. I mean, the precision of timing, if he'd done it a couple of seconds earlier, it wouldn't have got off the ground.
Yeah.
If it, the whole thing just, and it's not as though you can just do that. It's a physical.
Yeah, you've got to.
Yeah, and you can't do it with one hand because that's spread. It all sounds a little weird. And knowing Boeing, it could be anything.
Yeah, could be anything. We'll find out. Yeah. Yes, Dan. Okay, we'll do that when we get back. A few beers, why not?
Well, I mean, that is pretty much what the boat is like. But this had been happening for the last 2 legs, and I had a word with the engineer, and I'm sure that at the back of our mind there was if we put this here unserviceable now, we're going to sit with this aircraft over Christmas, and we're not going to be back for Christmas.
Yeah.
So I said, well, okay. Shall we take it? He said, well, they've done it for 2 legs and they don't seem to be too concerned about it. So we did. And sure enough, out of Singapore, as we were barreling down the runway, and it wasn't terribly heavy or anything, but I could see the engineer just inching number 1 back a bit to keep it in limits. And we got airborne and we went down there and passed it on to this other crew. And they disappeared for about 3 or 4 days, doing their thing while we sort of lived it up in the Holiday Inn at Darwin, which was the only brick hotel in Darwin. All the rest were shantytown. It was a bit of a backwater. And it reappeared with the same fault. And of course, I mean, you've taken it once, so we took it, we'll take it to Singapore. And we got to Singapore, and the engineers said, this aircraft is not the ground engineer, it's not going a mile further, it's grounded, we're going to sort this out. So they'd obviously learnt about this. And we were actually, we were brought back on a VC-10. But then, the next day, I looked in the papers, and it was all over the front paper, and it had not this particular incident, but the fact that this Beetle, the Volkswagen Beetle, put upside down in the swimming pool that we'd been sitting around for the last 4 days, and this storm had wiped out Darwin. So I think it was just as well we got back.
The engineer here then, did he control the throttles?
Yes, he did.
He did.
It's the only aircraft I've flown where that is the case. I think we were probably handed that over as a procedure from the OAC, to be honest. I think that's the way they did it. I mean, this seat used to come up on the rails, right up, and keep you hovering, and you just say, Eng, talk 400 please, and you set It was a very civilised way of flying. You'd sort of, just call out the power changes and he'd do it. The only friction came when you tried to land the thing, and the engineer thought you were perhaps a bit slow or a bit fast, and he'd sort of negotiate the throttles to suit his own sort of intent, really. So you could always blame the engineer for the landing.
A voice-activated automatic flight engineer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Was there any times where you actually took control of the throttles yourself, or was that strictly the engineer's job?
Well, there'd never really be a need for that to happen. No. I mean, if the engine was out of the seat, you needed two people on the flight deck at any one time. So, either the eng or the co or the captain at some stage, on their hour and a half off, they'd go
The speed of that.
And, get a coffee or something, chat to the loadmaster or whatever, or the passengers. So, I mean, everyone was checked out on fire drills, shutdown drills. So, if anything happened while the engine was away, obviously we would take control and we could go through the appropriate drill and shut it down. I imagine the engineer would be up in about 5 seconds flat because he'd feel that sort of swish tailing down the back.
Amazing.
But
amazing.
No, I mean it was all very civilised on that sort. And you went through all these drills every month in the simulator. It wasn't a brilliant simulator to fly. You actually had to learn to fly the simulator. But I mean, it basically gave you symptoms very similar to, or exactly the same as the aircraft. But they always gave you the benefit of the doubt when you crashed the simulator, because I mean it was quite difficult to fly, more so than the aircraft.
Right, I'll let somebody else sit in there. Yeah. I've got that aeroplane.
Keep your head low there. There we go. We don't want any broken skulls there because it's quite painful. Right.
Wonderful.
Let's have a look here. So that there on the commercial side is where they'd have the engineer, flight engineer, but in the military one here, this was it. They sat here and ran the controls from here. Indeed, we're live on Twitch. You see where they got the Concorde got its idea for the flight
for the yoke. Yeah. Welcome to the Britannia flight deck. Captain on the left, co-pilot on the right. Flight engineer would have been sat in this seat. Navigator on your right. And on the left would have been a signaller, radio operator.
Actually, very spacious. Unusually spacious.
Yeah. Yes, pilots were expected to be average sized back in the day.
Very industrial, isn't it? Purposeful switches, proper switches, not little Airbus little push buttons,
Proper dials.
Yeah, look at that. I like the little mirror to see the compass.
Yeah. So the pilots could fight over the emergency compass if the mirror could move.
Yeah. Or you could turn it down and see who's coming behind you. Yes, Jack. Looks a bit more complicated than an Airbus, isn't it? FMC, go, climb, that's it. RPMs. Manifold. PSI. Start it up, yeah. Clear prop. Popped out of someone's mind, yeah. I'm sure that, you know, it started with, you know, the basic stuff, and then they said, right, we need to add this, so we'll put that there. And where can we put this? So we'll put that up there. We'll switch that there, put that there. Sure, it added up. And here's the radios, look. Originally they said they had over there was the radio world, but after a while they took that out and they put them in here so that the pilots could operate the radios. So they didn't need the radio man later on, but they still need the navigator. And obviously the engineer sat there and operated all these. Apparently the pilots didn't touch the throttles here. That was the engineer's job. Cowl flaps, oil, exhaust gases. All sorts of other stuff down there. Fuel flow, that's the fueling tanks and things. Not great visibility, it has to be said, but very tight and narrow. Right, well, we've got 20% power left, so I'm going to have to take a break shortly and put this back on charge. So I'll probably go back to the cafe, have another cup of tea, have a bit of lunch, and then we'll pick it up later this afternoon. We'll come and have a revisit this once we've recharged it up. Now then, can I get out here? Interesting seating, isn't it? I mean, they're just sort of like car seats, don't they? They're not like the traditional pilot things you'd see.
Everyone there sat briefing on new arrivals and this sort of stuff. They're doing the station brief. He was talking all about 51 squads and what they did. So, I mean, obviously, it was probably see people that know from day one. Of course, that sort of changed. Did you get around in that at all? Yeah, it's a different set of places, you know. Mainly, of course, for both of those aircraft, you fly out somewhere and you just go round and round various types of racetrack patterns.
Right.
No one came but the ISO dollar line and gave you lots of allowances for your next stop because you were going back to work. But even in France,
an interesting life.
I do it all again, but of course you don't get that option, do you?
No.
But hey, no, but
I should definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, well, and if you
On my radar for a long time.
Do you live nearby?
I live in Wallingford, just across, not too far away from RAF Kemble.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a trek. But,
it's not, but I've been down there a few times. So a few years ago they used to have air shows down there, which were absolutely brilliant. And then for some reason it stopped. But I come down, always look around the outside of this. Always take loads of photos of it because I like that era of aeroplanes, like the Britannia, of the Belfast, the VC-10, Comet. It's just
a lovely time. I never got to fly the Comet. I would have quite enjoyed it. That was awesome.
Well, I've done my bit for them, so I've got to do my bit for you now.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Thanks very much. Well, thank you very much.
And I shall make an effort to come down again.
Yeah, well, if you do, come on up. I mean,
I like the idea of might find out a little bit more what they do on Tuesdays, actually. I don't work, so I'm retired, so I'm always looking for something like that.
I mean, I'm just trying to think, we haven't got any of the engineers here at the moment, but they're always looking for people. They're a good bunch, they all get on, and they do brilliant.
Yeah.
So, it's not as if they're all there. I mean, the people, they're on a WhatsApp site.
Yeah.
And they sort of, I can't make it tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I'm just here for the day, aren't you?
In fact, you and I'll ask you, you're the front of all of really? Sorry, I didn't catch you.
Right,
He's looking to join, but sort of
Yeah, I didn't notice it the first time, but if you look, all the seats are backwards. They're the wrong way around. Look, pointing to the back, and that was pretty standard. So they were pointing that way, and this is they said the fairly sort of common configuration. You had a few seats at the back here for some troops. But a lot of cargo space for trucks and other gear up the middle, so you see your original combination aircraft. Hello, Andy. No, we're gonna do that on Wednesday. It's not open today. It's only open on Wednesday. So Jack and I are coming on Wednesday. I'm going to come back on Wednesday and do the 7.4. But this is amazing. This is much better. I've been at the 7.4 before, but I haven't been on this before. It's the only existing one, full one that you can go on. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, as I say, I wish PMDG would make this, or A2A or somebody. I'd be flying it all the time. So there were turbo props in the engines in the 50s, so just before the 707 came out, the jet. And it was made originally briefed and spec'd for the military, for the RAF, and then they made some commercial ones as well, but it was mainly RAF that spec'd it originally. Merch.
The danger is you pitch up, there's no one here.
Oh, they tend to be here most Tuesdays, but our queue is
So, is it the Bristol Aeroplane Company that made them?
Yes,
Bristol.
it was. Well, the Bristol Aeroplane Company designed them, built the first few, and then basically subcontracted to Schultz of Belfast to build the rest.
Right.
Thing go for 3 million.
Okay. So designed at Filton.
Yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Including the engines, Bristol Proteus engines.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did all of it.
It's all lowercase. It'll be all lowercase.
And then yeah, say right, here's shorts, here's the drawings, go make them.
Yeah, basically.
Because they were building a certain thing called the Concorde at the time, so I guess they were a bit busy.
Okay. So if you email me, I'll reply, and then I'll tell Q that you might turn up when you can.
Yeah, I'd like to just see what they do and just meet them and see.
Q, they're really nice.
Oh,
Yeah, very nice.
They're in all weathers, are they? Winter and summer.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's rare on a Tuesday that there's not somebody here. Because obviously with the winter,
There you are, Andy. I don't know if you saw the tour earlier, but I'll just whiz around the cockpit again for you. I'm going to have a little break there because the phone is getting low on charge, so I'm going to go back to the cafe, have some lunch, put the phone back on charge, and then maybe come back later on this afternoon and do another run round. Look, he's taking off, look, he's powering up.
No, I missed the Father's Day. I went for the last dinner of the
5 in the cockpit it was. Captain, co-pilot, engineer sat here, and then you got the radio operator on this side and the navigator over here. So it was a 5-man crew when they started, but after a while they lost the radio operator because they put the radios in the roof. So it was a 4-man crew for the rest of its service life.
Yeah, but when I flew Puma several days ago, they moved to Benson. So they're
I'm going to go and put my phone on charge, have some lunch, I might come back
Okay,
later
no
on.
problem. We're here till 4 today.
Okay, see you a bit later.
Guarantee.
Hi Lily. No, no, it's not. No, not airworthy. No. When it first arrived, they did run the engines for a couple of years, but they haven't run for many years now. There's no oil in them. They were seized up, so you'd never run them now. I mean, you know, there's an engineering people that come in. So technically, I suppose if they had the will and the wherewithal, they could do it. But I imagine to get those running now would be a hell of a job. And what for, you know? I mean, I suppose you could do some taxiing work with it, but no. So basically, it's all volunteers, you know, and the engineers come along on Tuesdays and whatever, and Thursdays, and they have to change the tyres over from time to time, rotate them, so they've got to jack the aircraft up, got to paint it, keep the weather out, watch for any leaks or anything. So it's, yeah, all run by the volunteers. So what's over here? This is the Phantom Aviation Group. This is the Phantom Group over here. As I say, I'm probably going to have to stop in a minute and just do a recharge of the phone because it's getting low. So I'll go and have some lunch, have a coffee, put the phone back on charge, and then come back and restart the stream up a bit later on. Give me an hour or so. And then we'll look around the rest of it.
So when you go in the hangar, so is your dad the pilot that took a lot of bushes with him back at the airbase? No, okay. Because that is a
famous story.
Yeah, there's a couple of stories. That aircraft done on those.
Yeah, we'll come and have a look at this one a bit later on.
Spend most of the day or this afternoon, so we'll be taking cash in there.
And 7-4 over there. Right, we'll revisit that later.
When you get some polo shirts, I want one of them.
That when you've flown a real airplane, manned airplane. None of your fancy computer controlled roles. Watch your head on the way out.
Oh, 10% battery. I've definitely got to go and get this charged up. But that's the highlight of today, the Bristol Britannia. Come on PNDG, make it. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Sadly, yeah, well, we'll do a little bit more. I'll pop back in there later and we'll look at that phantom stuff. And we'll see what other movements are around on the main thing. And that there is a model car racing RC circuit whizzing round there. I left my car back at the main place. So it's a few minutes walk just up here and round to the main gate. And so I could charge this now, but because it's only got one lightning port, so I can either plug the battery pack in and charge it like that, but then I've got no audio. That's the problem. I can either charge it or I can have sound on it. So rather than just set the camera up on me having lunch, probably don't want to see that. It's probably as well just to switch it off and let it charge up. I'll have to investigate a dual system that could power and use the audio connection at the same time. It really is a cheap man's, poor man's way of streaming this. If I was doing it at work, we'd have the proper camera kit and backpack, and you'd have a proper transmitter, not using a phone. We'd have the live view, it's called live view. Sits in a backpack and connects multiple SIM cards together. So it picks up the best ones, uses like 4 different SIM cards, sends it all off to their base, and then it recombines it and sends it on to the end user. But yeah, you want a proper camera as well for spotting. But then you need a big tripod to put it on and all the stuff. You need camera, you need power for that, all sorts of stuff. So it doesn't become very mobile. You need a van like Jerry, or the guys on Airline Live, in a porter cabin, so you can have a proper camera set up. If that's what you want to do. But for these odd little streamy things that I do, using the iPhone is fine. But we're dependent on good network connectivity. That's the only problem, without using the live view system. It literally is potluck. I'm sorry. the audio on the mic. I didn't bring any fluffies to cover it. It's just got the studio top. I will go. And there's the 7.4 that you can get guided tours around, and that's what we'll be doing on Wednesday. What is that?